Hi there, many thanks for joining us in another exciting session as we endeavor to empower and empower the next generation of African entrepreneurs. My name is Victor Otieno, the Managing Director of ViffaConsult. Today we are going to discuss payment gateways. To discuss this, we have Steve Nyumba, Director, iPay. Karibu sana, Steve.
Thank you, Victor. Pleasure to have you.
Steve, what is your definition, what is your basic understanding of payment gateway?
So a payment gateway, basically, we are looking at providers or people or companies that facilitate transactions. And in this case, the transactions we're talking about are usually credit card transaction or mobile money transactions, specifically in the case of Africa and here in Kenya. So you find that businesses would require a way to receive funds. And usually there needs to be someone to facilitate that. So a payment gateway basically refers to an entity that facilitates the transactions for the merchant. So they facilitate, they help the merchant to be able to receive funds.
What motivated you to enter into this particular market?
Our business, we started in the year 2010, and our drive was basically spurred by mobile money. Our focus when we had started was how we were seeing an opportunity of enabling businesses receive funds using M-Pesa, because you find that in the Western countries and in Europe, a lot e-commerce has grown, and that is largely due to the fact that the population there is banked and there is access to credit cards, debit cards, and all these other plastic money. And in Africa, and specifically in Kenya by that time, the population of banked people was very low. And furthermore, the people who even were using credit cards and debit cards was very low. We are talking about actually less than 1 million out of a population of almost 40 million. So we saw that there definitely is need for merchants to take advantage of mobile money and to incorporate that in their online environments.
Are there any challenges that you faced as you've gone by this particular?
A lot of challenges has to do with just, number one, there's the technology and just how we can be able to improve that. And a lot of that is how people can be comfortable to be in an online environment, where you go to an online space, to a website, and you are able to do your shopping and to be able to have the confidence that once you do a transaction, you are actually going to receive the goods or the service. I think there's a lot of challenges in just trying to make people be comfortable. I think we are in a society where there is a lot of person-to-person engagement, and where there is an environment where you are not sure who you deal with. Then the biggest challenge is you have to build trust. So in that case, we as payment gateways providers, we have to ensure that we have secure environments. We have to ensure that the merchants who we work with will not take advantage of customers once they do their transactions.
Oh, what does the future look like in terms of payment gateway and the future African economy?
As you look at the payments industry, it's one of the industries that rarely changes, and over the last 5 years or so, we've had the biggest leaps in this industry. When you look at just how people have been paying traditionally, of course there is cash, but card has been there for very many years, and the kinds of cards we used to use were the magnetic strips cards. And then we went to now pin and chip, which was just very recently. But right now you're seeing there's a leap again, and we are looking at things like what Visa is doing with M-Visa, where you are able to use QR codes. MasterPass also have a technology around that. And mobile money, over the last couple of years, that has been like the biggest disruptor in the payment space. And we are seeing other technologies which are being developed around that. So the future for this industry still will revolve around the banks and how they are able to innovate, because they are very key in this space. So when you're looking at things like M-Visa, MasterPass, that's the direction where a lot of growth will come from, and shift and focus will be on.
Steve, what would be your advice to young entrepreneurs who would want to play in the space of digital economy?
There's a huge opportunity for young people who would be able to drive whatever kind of business they have. I think the first thing is to realize that when you have an online shop, you are able to reach more people. So I think the opportunity for young people to move to that space and to not just think local, but to think both regional, national, and internationally, and to see how can you scale. And we have seen places where young people take advantage of international markets, and they are starting to sell their products internationally. So I think the opportunity rests in not just doing similar things, but whatever business you're involved in, taking it to an online space and to be able to target more visitors, to be able to target a wider audience. So that is the next big area of growth, which I think the sky is the limit.
Thank you very much, Steve, for your wonderful insight. We hope to see you next time as we discuss digital commerce.
Thank you.
In Africa.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for tuning in. We hope that you've learned one or two lessons. We hope to see you next time. God bless.